Decreasing term is a type of term insurance that is sold when someone wants to insure a loan at the minimum cost. With decreasing term, the face amount is decreasing. The premium is level. The premium is level. So let me give you an example. Let's say I am 30 years old and I just bought a house, and the amount that I owe on my loan is $200,000. I also got a 30-year mortgage for my home. So with this policy, I have a premium that is level, say it's $100 a year, and over time, as I pay off my 30-year loan, so here I am at 45, simplistically speaking, we know that home loans don't really work like this, but halfway through my loan, I owe half as much. My premium is still $100 a year. So it's a pretty good bargain here at the beginning. I pay $100. If I die tomorrow, they pay off my house. My amount of protection is tied in exactly to what I owe on my loan. So that over time, as I owe less, I have less protection. My premium stays the same. By the time I am 60, my amount of protection has gone down to 0 because I no longer owe any money on my loan. Decreasing term, sold to insure a loan at the minimum cost. If I said number 4, increasing term, what would be increasing, do you think? The policy face amount, correct. Number 5 is important to review. We already talked about term insurance is renewable. What was it, with or without a physical? Term insurance is renewable without a physical, which means without having to prove insurability. It means regardless of health, you are allowed to renew the policy. This is a marketing tool. The fact that it is renewable without a physical. Without a physical. It's also true that the insurance company will allow you to convert this policy. It is convertible, regardless of health, without a physical. Think about it. Would the insurance company rather have your $100 or your 1,000? Your 1,000. So it is convertible to whole life without a physical. So let's say that I got term insurance at the age of 30, and when I was 40, I decided I wanted to convert. What could I convert to? To whole life. It would be based upon what is called my current age, based upon, sometimes they'll call that attained age, but no matter my health. So it's more expensive because I'm converting to whole life. You can only convert from term to whole life, from cheap to expensive. Never the other way around, not term to term. From cheap to expensive without a physical, based upon current or attained age. More expensive because it's whole life and because I'm older. Those are the 2 very important special features of term insurance. Now, if they were to ask you what kind of term is convertible, I would go with the answer of convertible term. What kind of term is renewable? The answer would be renewable term. So sometimes, hard to believe, I know, but sometimes it can be that easy. Now we get to go on to page 5. Page 5 begins our discussion of annuities. There's a lot of information for annuities. It tends to be somewhat light on your test. So it takes me a while to discuss all the things that you will need to feel comfortable with to understand annuities. Life insurance pays out when you die. An annuity is designed to pay you while you're alive. It is not protection. An annuity is not protection. There is no physical exam required to purchase it. In fact, it's the opposite of life insurance. Life insurance creates this pool of money, goes to your beneficiary tax-free. The annuity is designed to liquidate this pool of money over a period of time. So annuities are designed to pay out monthly, pays out monthly for life. So they're oftentimes used as retirement products. an annuity pays out monthly for life. So you cannot outlive the payments of an annuity. So how do these products work? So it's important to remember you do not need a physical exam to get an annuity. Anyone can purchase one. It doesn't matter your age, your health, your hobbies, your gender, none of that matters. The insurance company is more than happy to take your money. When you annuitize, which is to start the payout period, no matter what you've selected, they pay you for life. How long is your life going to be? You don't really know. You just know that when you buy an annuity, when you annuitize, start the monthly payments, you get paid for as long as you live, which is kind of cool. We need to understand that when we have an annuity during the pay-in period, there is always a beneficiary. So the pay-in period, so let's say that age 30, you start to put money into an annuity, and here you are in what's called the pay-in period, where if it's a variable product during pay-in, you have what are called accumulation units. You're in pay-in, which means that you have not annuitized yet. Let's say that you put in a single premium of $50,000. So there's lots of ways you can put in your premiums. We'll talk about that more in a minute. This is just an example of while you're in pay-in, let's say that you are age 60, and let's say your account balance has grown to be $75,000. While you're in pay-in, you have tax-deferred earnings. So that's one of the things that makes these popular. We'd like to avoid taxes if we could, but since we can't, the best we can do is we can have tax-deferred earnings. What kind of earnings do we have? Well, you could have a fixed product or a variable product or equity indexed, as we will see in a moment. So these earnings are tax deferred during pay-in. You also, during pay-in, always have a beneficiary. So you have a beneficiary during pay-in. If you die before you annuitize, your beneficiary is going to get the value of your account. So if I paid in $100 and then I die, they'd get $100. If I pay in $50,000 and then I die, then they get my account value when I die. It is not protection. The insurance company has no risk at all during pay-in. They simply guarantee that if you die during pay-in before you've annuitized, they will pay out the value of your account. So let's say you put in your 50 at age 30. This is what's called a non-qualified annuity, which means that the money that goes in is in after-tax dollars. So your cost basis is your $50,000 that you put in. Here you are at age 60. Your account value has reached $75,000. And let's say that you decide to take a partial withdrawal of $20,000. Partial and full withdrawals are only allowed during pay-in. Once you annuitize, you are no longer allowed either one. No more partial, no more full withdrawals. So here you are, you take out a partial withdrawal of $20,000. The IRS taxes it like this, what's called LIFO, which stands for last in, first out. So that what comes out first is your earnings. So that this $20,000, if you put in 50 and your account value is 75, you have $25,000 in earnings, represents entirely earnings. It would be taxable as ordinary income. This is a retirement product. It does have early withdrawal penalties. But in this example, I said you were 60, so we have no penalty. Just ordinary income on the earnings. Let's change it. Let's say you're 50 when you did this. Now you take out the 20, taxable as ordinary income, plus a 10% early withdrawal penalty because you are under the age of 59 and a half. You are only allowed a partial or full withdrawal during pay-in. Once you start the payouts and you're in payout, you can no longer do this. Towards the bottom of page 5, it talks about annuity payout options. So to review, during pay-in, do you always have a beneficiary? Yes. What are they going to get when you die? The value of your account. When you annuitize, which is to start your payments, you may or you may not have a beneficiary. It depends upon which payout option you have selected. So once you select your payout option, you cannot change it. It is going to stay the same no matter what it is that you've chosen. We're going to talk about the 5 payout options. How long are they going to pay you for? Until you die, for life. You have no early annuitization penalty. So if you take a partial or full withdrawal during pay-in under 59.5, the penalty would apply. But if you annuitize at 55, no penalty. You annuitize without penalty. We will assume that this is a non-qualified annuity, which means that the premiums paid in are in what? Pre-tax or after-tax dollars? After-tax dollars, exactly. Page 6, it discusses in detail our 5 annuity payout options. So when you annuitize, you have to choose how much do you like Las Vegas with your payments, really, because some payout options have a beneficiary, some do not. Some have a beneficiary for a period of time. So we have to understand the different payout options. So let's say that I annuitized at age 60. My account value is $200,000. They looked me up on the annuity table and it says that I should live to be 80. So that no matter what, here I am in payout, no matter what I have chosen, I will get paid in, if it's a variable product, during payout, I get what are called annuity units. I will get paid my money by the time they expect me to die. But if I live past 80, which I'm betting I'm probably going to do, I'm getting paid someone else's money. Sign me up. I think that's kind of cool. If I outlive my money, I get paid for life. So, do I have a beneficiary on payout? It depends upon which one of these choices I have selected. The first payout option that I could choose is called life income, sometimes called straight life or life only. This is the riskiest payout option. It has no beneficiary. So that if I annuitize at age 60, which is to start my payout, and I die at 61, where's the rest of my money go? To the insurance company. So that it has no beneficiary. Because of that, it has the highest risk. Hence, I will get the highest monthly payment. Annuities pay out monthly. Pay out monthly for life. So I can make the most by choosing life income. Highest monthly payment. I can lose the most by choosing life income. So life income would be for someone who understands that and is willing to take on that risk. But not everybody is willing to take on that much risk. So to take away some of the risk, they can choose number 2, which is called life income with period certain. Life income with period certain. The period certain is a period of time where you have a beneficiary, but only for the period certain. So let me give you an example. So let's say I choose a 5-year period certain. If I die after the first 5 years, so let's say I died at 70, I have no beneficiary. But if I choose a period certain of 5 years and I die during those first 5 years, for example at age 62, the money I would have received over the next 3 years would go to my beneficiary. The rest of this money, the insurance company keeps. If I choose a longer period certain, let's say I choose a 10-year period certain, and I died at 62, these 3 years of payments and these 5 years of payments would go to my beneficiary, but there's always some risk when you choose period certain. The longer the period certain, the less risk for the annuitant. If I choose a 15-year period certain and I died at 62, those 3 years, those 5 years, and those 5 years, but there's always some risk. Which of these, 5, 10, or 15?